Start in
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Scene 1, Apple, take 1.
Hey guys, welcome to PCTechRadio. This is the free-for-all show of this week. We're with Code 500 as promised on the Facebook group. So, hope you enjoy this track. It's Losing Faith.
Vanish into time and outer space. I lost my faith. These drugs are running wild. I'm out my head again. Said me nothing in the end. Cause in the end, you're born alone, you'll die alone, my friends. Now you feel it come for you. Now you feel it come for you. Now you see what I can do. Now you see I kiss the sky. Don't think I've been this high. Now you see what I can do.
Okay, guys, as we've said on the Facebook group, we're in Northampton with Code 500. We're going to get some introductions. So who wants to start, guys?
I'll start. My name's Chris. I'm lead singer, lyricist in Code 500.
Matt, I'll make the beats and play some guitar.
Jack, play bass.
Ewan, I play guitar.
Logan, I play keys.
But we're two members down today as well. We've got a percussionist and a DJ as well, which feature massively in our live set, but they're otherwise engaged.
No worries. So how did Code 500 come about? Because obviously we had the tracks from Matt over a year ago now, which we dropped on the show, which had massive feedback from the listeners. So
No, it all started off the back of a band that a few of us used to play in before, called Dirty Sweet. And then kind of went a bit sour, and we had about a year and a half off, and Matt sort of got involved with build his own studio and whatnot, and me and Matt kind of started making a few demos, tunes we'd had written, and then from that sort of came the band. The Ren came along and played some guitar, and Paul's always been sort of involved anyway. And as a sort of December last year, we kind of now got a 7-piece band.
that's awesome. Right, let's get into one of the first questions. This is for each of you guys. What are your musical influences and how do they affect your music? That's from Paul in Stevenage.
I think what makes our
musical influence
like,
any band I've ever got, probably.
And I think that's what makes it what it is. I mean, like, there's obviously quite a big electronic influence in what we do now with like the fact we don't have a drummer, we have a live percussionist, and Matt programs all the beats live on the laptop. But I think most of us have sort of come from a rock and roll background, and that definitely feeds through dub.
Dub reggae.
Yeah, so ska, the early ska stuff, and
More like the roots and the dub stuff.
Yeah.
That's a big influence. I like the Ren's, into his stuff as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm a big Iron Maiden fan.
Bit of Black Sabbath in there as well, is it?
Yeah, a little bit of Black Sabbath.
I think that's what kind of makes it work. It's a blend of everything. But essentially, we're all making music that we want to hear. I think.
So one of my big influences is a band called The Music.
Yeah.
Just playing their last live show ever today in Leeds. Check them out.
Yeah, I mean, just to let the listeners know, there is a lot of background noise. We are in one of the local pubs.
We're getting it all right.
Yeah, we're getting all the stuff all right. So
The atmosphere.
the only issue is if the laptop explodes, then we're done. So now this is basically touching on. Did you guys grow up in Northampton, or are you?
I've always been. Like, the vast majority of us are all local. Duran sprung from Liverpool.
I'm not, I'm from way up north.
Not the most typical accent.
Well, I'm originally from Birkenhead, so you're all right there. So you know.
But yeah, like me and Chris went to school together. Like, I've known Matt since Neil to a grasshopper.
Yeah, I mean, Vishal, what's the next question from one of the listeners? Do you want to give this one to the guys?
No, I'll let you carry on.
You sure? Okay, we'll let Vishal do all the technical behind the scenes stuff. Now, this one is, we've put it under a pseudonym name and city, but obviously I spoke to Matt earlier and he knows who it's from. Grandad moment there, guys, sorry about that. Will you guys be releasing an album in the future? And we've put it under the name of Dave from Kidderminster, so...
Absolutely, yeah, without a doubt.
The plans to release as much as possible.
Got an EP on the way.
That's
what we're working on in the studio at the minute.
The last few months have been kind of, obviously we've only been playing live together since kind of January. We had tunes anyway that we had recorded before, but it's kind of been writing new stuff since then, which we're in the process of getting down now. So
building on feedback we've got from people as well, kind of.
Well, I mean,
we're only really just coming together as a as a 7-piece band, so everyone's kind of we're starting to write as one entity now, whereas before it was kind of we already had tunes and everyone was kind of filling in gaps.
Yeah, so it's basically bringing it closer together as it were.
Found our feet, saying guys.
Yeah,
and that's certainly you can hear that in the sounds.
Well, I mean, we had massive feedback from our listeners with the last tracks that you dropped to us. I mean, Trips from Heaven.
Trips to Heaven.
Trips to Heaven. I do apologise, guys. You're going to have to kick my ass because I pronounced that wrong on the show last time. But basically, we had quality feedback. We had a lot of questions. I mean, a lot of people.
For anybody like that, there's a much heavier, fatter version of that coming out.
Well, if you can drop that to us, we'll play it on the show.
The EP that we're working on at the minute, come autumn time, it's going to be available to download.
So will that be through? I mean, a lot of our iTunes, obviously, iTunes. We get a lot of our listeners through there, and through our podcast.
Download on iTunes, probably put it up on Napster as well, and we'll be you'll be able to buy hard copies off of
Napster. I know that name for years.
Yeah, well, they're coming back up again for legal downloads.
Oh, so because at the minute I know they're in the US only, aren't they, Napster?
Yeah.
But I've heard rumours that they're coming back to the UK.
Yeah.
We're touching on a bit of technology there, guys, so you don't get too bored. Okay, the next question we're going to ask before we go into the next track we're going to play, which is a new take on a Mark Morrison song. What was the influence behind your song Losing Faith? Is that anything to do with certain religions or? No,
not at all. I think I get a question. I'm not religious
per se.
Yeah, I'm very interested in the power it has over people. But no, it's just a tune I wrote in my bedroom. Don't know, a lot of picking out certain deep meanings and throwing them in. I don't really write about anything. It's kind of comes together through banging words together.
Evocative thoughts.
So there's no. From this question, there's no ulterior motive behind that track.
Not really. It's just about.
I think some of it, like what I draw from some of your lyrics, is like opening people's eyes to what's thrown in front of them.
Well, personally, for me, the meaning I got from that track in particular was it speaks to people who see a religious point of view and they're fanatical about it.
Yeah.
It basically says why, because because religion does control a lot of people's lives.
It does. And I can see the benefits of religion in society. I can also see the sort of its downfall. But no, it is something that kind of inspires me.
The lyrics aren't trying to make a specific point.
They're open for interpretation, basically, the same way they are when I write them. I kind of look back at what I've written. I think, draw your own meaning from it.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, I don't know. I think that come from one line. I think it was that these drugs are running wild on my head again, and then from that.
I mean, again, it is an amazing track. Now we're going to go into a little song break. This is a remix of an old Mark Morrison track.
Who did the remix?
You'll see in a second. I think you guys will like it. This is Man. Oh yes, and Snoop Dogg, and it's Return of the Mac. Okay, that was Return of the Mac. I prefer the original. Obviously, classic. Okay, I'm gonna link these two questions. What was the influence behind the song Signs and Telepathy? Is there any?
Chris again with lyrics.
I don't know. What's usually happening? What has happened? It's kind of scribbling now. We're kind of writing differently now. But
Chris is always scribbling words down, lyrics down.
Yeah.
I'm always like, all of us, we're always coming up with little licks and stuff on the guitar, on the bass, on the keys, whatever.
These
and we just merge it, and it just works.
These tunes that are getting played now are the ones that were kind of written around the time when there wasn't a band. So it was just tunes I had written, and Matt was writing beats to them and synth parts and.
Well, like Telepathy.
But Telepathy was probably Telepathy was the first one that came together.
Chord riff, and then you put
it was a progression of chords Matt had written, and then it was the first one we kind of wrote all together.
When Chris is jamming like over the top of us, he's throwing lyrics out in the same way we're kind of experimenting on the guitars.
Yeah.
It's kind of like just another instrument,
It's just an extension for the band, really, isn't it?
You'll have ideas in your head.
They're just sequential sound bites, I think, aren't they?
Best way to put it, I think.
It's and lyric-wise, again, it's little things I've heard and written down.
You're always writing poetry.
Yeah,
as well.
I like words and I like playing words and I like saying a lot.
Okay, we have another question, which is, what are your upcoming gig dates and when and where will they be? That's from Katie in the USA.
Well, it might be a bit of a mission for her to get to.
We're playing. We're closing. There's a small festival in town called the Umbrella Fair. We're closing it on the Sunday. So like it's early in this like next Sunday, 14th
of August, and then when we're heading down south, we've got a gig at a place called 93 East.
93 feet
down
east.
Brick Lane in London, yeah.
Friday, 2nd of September.
2nd of September. That's the plan. Now we've done kind of our bit in Northampton, and it's a case of getting down.
Spread out.
Looking to get
just spread around to different areas and stuff.
We've nailed the hometown, and we'll keep playing here frequently.
We do our own
But we
nights
just
and
need
stuff.
to put our
so we've
focus
got
on playing out of town.
It's a percussionist decided to turn up.
Russ. So. There's one question that isn't listed here that we did get on an email. How easy is it for you guys to find gigs? Is it easy, or do you find it hard sometimes to book gigs?
We put on our own nights. I mean, we're all sort of a lot of the things that we do outside of the band, like for a living and stuff, we can all incorporate it. Like Paul's a graphic designer, so like he brings in that design element to it.
That's a sound engineer.
And so do you know what I mean? And we've all like worked in venues and stuff around the town, so we've all got access to.
We know how to coordinate.
We've thrown parties before in town. I've done our own club nights. We've got other bands to play, and we do it ourselves. We get our own sound system. We control. We get our own friends, DJs, and set the time the way we want it.
And once we'd done a couple of those, we started getting booked for better gigs. Like we played in front of Adam McGee a few weeks back and got some really good feedback from that. Something that we're hoping to chase up, obviously. But yeah, like played at BBC Introducing Night as well.
And also, there is another question. I didn't know whether to ask this one. What did you guys make of when you heard about Amy Winehouse passing away? I mean,
sad news, man.
I think it's joined the 27 Club, isn't she?
Yeah, it's sad. I just, it's a lot of jokes flying around about her, but yeah, she was a talent, and she obviously didn't like herself very much to put herself in that.
Yeah, I mean,
but
amazing jazz artist though.
Yeah,
you've got to give her
props. She was
massive
a pretty credible musician, to be honest.
I think one thing people forget is like, she was young. She was young when she was that famous, and that's going to affect anyone.
I think anyone thrown into that limelight with that money and that success and that ability,
Well, it's a tragic story that happens with so many artists.
You've got to question the people who are around her, I think.
Yeah, because there's always the yes people, isn't there? I mean,
exactly.
Now that will lead on to another question that I've got for you guys. If you make it really big, what is the one thing that you haven't had that you would buy with your first pay packet from your record label?
Yeah, good. I'll probably buy a narrowboat.
Quality.
Recording studio on the narrowboat.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Actually waiting to record.
And maybe.
Go on, Vish. What's the?
I actually went into a recording studio the other day. Looked at all the gear and stuff. You're looking at least 150, 200 grand.
Yeah,
that's
a lot of cash, man.
That's a lot of cash.
A lot more than we've got.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I'll probably buy a car. I'll just pass the driving test.
Yeah, I'll probably do that. Get the driving license.
Full circle of people.
Yeah, we could go on.
Yeah,
we could go on.
Are we allowed to buy small islands? Is that?
I think
how much money are we talking? Yeah.
Well, it depends. It depends.
By the way, spent at the room.
Man. So, one more question before we go into the next song. From each of the band members, if you could open for a band or an artist of your own choice, who would it be? And that's Nathan from Cumbria. That is a hard question to answer. All of you.
Mine would be Stone Roses, without a doubt. Biggest influence on me.
It's around now.
Yeah,
it's around presently.
Or could it be anyone?
It could be anyone. I'll open it up. I'll open it up and say anyone.
Prodigy.
Prodigy.
That'll go down pretty good.
Easy Star, All Stars.
Could have been the Doors when John Morrison was still about.
Nice.
I want to say Iron Maiden.
Quality.
Neil Young.
Oh, controversial. Quality answer. Okay, the next track from Code 500 is Telepathy.
Voice of the people, to all the dreamers, can you hear that sound? I would like to teach you, I hope I reach you, can you see my cry? Voice of the people,
Okay, guys, that was Telepathy there from Code 500, who we're with at the Charles
Bradlaugh.
That's the one, Charles Bradlaugh pub in Northampton. Now, the next question we've got is where is it? The tracks remind me of the new romantic wave in the 80s.
Really?
Wow.
but what category would you put your music in? And that is from Michael in Cheltenham.
We kind of put it down as alternative because it is, but I don't know. It's strip poppy. Is that kind of stuff started by Massive Attack and things like that? They're a big influence.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's got the rock and roll. It's got the dance.
I didn't mean to upset Russ in the corner there. You know, almost walking
Definitely
away.
not for me personally. Not me romantic.
Yeah.
But at the same time, take it. You know, it's not like we're not trying to do anything particular. That's the whole
it's
ethos
open
of
to
what we're doing.
interpretation. Yeah,
We started it as more of a rolling, like a
as a collective.
Yeah, like we just want it. You know what I mean? We've collaborated with local hip hop artists and we've had people in playing the viola. Like we just want it to be more of a rolling sort of.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Another question that wasn't listed but seeing as we brought it up during the break, what is the reason behind the name of Code 500? Because it's a software glitch. Okay. So it's not straight. Yeah. Because we have had a few emails saying, isn't that a software error?
No, it's in reference to it is.
We had no name for ages, and I'll pass over to
no, it was simply because I had heard a documentary that was on Radio 4 some time ago, and it was about the assassination of Che Guevara, and the code for whether they found him was, the codes were 500, 600 and 700, which was the 500 was that you found him, and 600 was whether to keep him alive, and 700 was to kill him. And so the code to kill him was 500, 700. I think that's how I remember it.
Yeah, she suggested it as a name, but we just basically chopped off the 700.
Yeah, exactly.
Just to give it a bit more of a punch.
I think
and we all liked it. And we kind of teetered around the edge of not having it for a bit, and then we just thought, that's the name. That everybody.
It seemed to work. I think it was the only thing. We had all sorts of other names that everybody said.
Just stuck.
What's the other question we've got? Yeah. Okay, this is a bit of a strange one. I think it's a strange one anyway. It might be a typical one for you guys, but what's your advice for starting out as a band?
Just
keep
writing and don't ever stop. Because
not that we're much further on from that stage, though. You know what I mean?
We really are.
We are within that initial process now.
Yeah.
We are making sure we're rehearsing once a week and gigging as much as we can.
But there was a time, essentially when the old band, this Dirty Sweet, split up, Jack went travelling, we were kind of stuck in a black hole, and it was only really through pushing, recording and carried on. You know, I was saying, I've got these tunes, let's just record them.
Just be productive as often
experiment
as
well.
Carry on playing, man. Never put your instruments down and just play with as many people as you possibly can.
Yeah, definitely.
Go on, Russ. Go on. Give
Russ is a fellow experience, playing a lot of bands over the years.
around the wild.
It is really a case of just keep playing. I mean, as Chris said, you've got to find a group of people you can work with easily, and keep going. Keep going, and don't listen to other people saying what they think you should do. Do what you think you should do. Yeah.
Russ is the youngest member of the band. Experience.
Okay, we're gonna. What one's that? Oh yeah, we're gonna play this next track, and this is "Determinate." This is from some weird Disney movie. It's a bit. I don't know. No. We got this track emailed. This is a request from one of our listeners.
I'm excited already.
Well,
I want the girl from USA to come and see it.
We'll see what you guys make of this track, and we'll get your opinions on it. Okay, here we go, guys. This is Determinate. What are your plans for the future for the band? And
get as many people to hear our music as possible.
Yeah, we're going to take it as far as we can. Really, I think for all of us, I think it'd be nice to be put in a situation where we're kind of getting, we're able to make music. And not have to put people to enjoy it. Making money would be nice, but just be in a position where we can all sort of support ourselves through making the music, you know,
and
get as many people to hear it and see a bit of the world.
Want people to feel good.
Music that people remember.
Yeah, exactly. We all want to make music that gets recognition for, you know, the quality and not
the quantity.
Yeah, you're getting.
We want to do this full time, basically.
Yeah. So basically, you're looking to give people the quality of the music that you do, and not the quantity.
Yeah, for sure. People into our world. Do you know what I mean? It's, we make music, like I said earlier, that we want to hear, and it's
and gain success for the right reasons. You know,
the
ethos that we're all about, rather than just being successful for the sake of being successful.
But playing is what it's about, and I think everyone.
Well, I think we all love music, and there are many people making money from music who I think probably don't feel that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's nail on the head there.
You can't get, you don't be that person playing to people, you know, and playing to people that essentially know you as individuals, you know.
Well, I think that's why there's 7 of us, you know, because the people that we did ask to come down and play with us, such as Russ and Red and so on, have ended up kind of liking what we're about, and then we're all sort of part of that. You know.
It seems 7 or 8 in a band seems to be a good figure, because UB40, for example, had 8 band members, so, you know.
Yeah.
I just thought I'd drop that one in there.
A lot of things in common. Big influence.
Okay, we're going to play Code 500's last track that they sent us, which is Signs, and then we know these guys are busy today, so we're going to leave it for there, and then we'll play all your tracks and we'll give out
we'll
dates.
keep coming.
Yeah, we've got
much for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Much appreciated.
Cheers, everybody.
Just like to say, the EP will be out in
Foreseeable.
yeah,
In the
very
foreseeable.
shortly.
Yeah.
Very shortly.
And
Promoters out there want to put us on as well.
Yeah,
Support slots, anything like that. Anyone who puts on nights around the UK will come and play.
Simon Cowell, you better be listening to this.
But yeah, we've got check out the MySpace. We've got a couple of the tunes on there. It's myspace.com/code-500. Also hit us up on Facebook. Just go to like groups and search Code 500.
And also you can hit the guys up through PCTechRadio's Facebook group. Should we let them know which record studio you went to the other weekend? As in the biggest? Is it the biggest R&B?
No, well, he's working for them, but he's not actually in. He's working for them, but he's not in their studio.
Go on, tell them who it is.
Well, he's in Cash Money Records.
Oh.
So, okay, guys, this is Signs, and this is Code 500's track, and then we're going to be signing off after this. So, hope you've enjoyed the show, and like we've said, if you want to hit the guys up through Facebook, Twitter, we'll be there as well on Facebook and MySpace as well. So, cool. Guys,
Cheers.
this is Signs, and thanks for coming on.
Peace.
what you said I can't repeat. Stick around, I'll make you feel complete. I will sit inside your every dream. Dedicate my time, my remedy. Close your eyes to see what I can't see. Free your mind and try to let it
show. Thank you to Code 500 for coming on.
We'll have our final track, which will be Chipmunk featuring Trey Songs, and the track is called Take Off, which will be played right after Signs.
Okay guys, see you later.
I will sit inside your